Hello everybody, good morning. It's Holly here from iGo Yoga. And are your life circumstances keeping you feeling stuck? Feeling like maybe you want to make positive changes in your life, but you're constantly finding yourself hitting a brick wall and having to start all over again. Or maybe you always start out and you do good, you get good results, and then all of a sudden, a challenge comes in that you least expected, maybe like coronavirus, and then all of a sudden you find yourself back at square one, and you just don't feel like you have that staying power. So if that's you, then I'm just so glad that you're tuning into today's wonderful discussion. So if you don't know me, I help people to live life with less stress and a lot more joy using yoga, meditation, and mindful guidance. And that's certainly what today is. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how to spring clean, excuse my language, the BS, the bullshit out of your life for good, okay? And this is a topic that I've been teaching for a number of years, which really excites me because when we can get rid of what is standing in our way, we become unstoppable. So right now we have a guided meditation in procession, and we thought we'd go live for the first part as always, just to give you guys an opportunity to just gain a little bit of insight, maybe be inspired. Give yourself permission to be inspired today. And then maybe, if you'd like to join us for the full practice, where we'll be then preparing our mind and our body. Often we use yoga, meditation, breathing techniques, chanting, all of that to really then create a life that you truly love. So we'll be doing that today in our private, with our private meditation clients. But if you would like to join us for any of those events, any of those classes, workshops, then please just head over to igowithholly.com. You can see our full timetable available there. But today we're going to really deep dive in because, this is a real important topic for us to really master. So many of us, we want to improve the results in our life, but we just find ourselves going round and round and round, always getting the same thing over and over again. And we don't like these unfavorable results. We want change, but it's to recognize that change in your outside environment can only come when we change what's going on in the inner environment. So in order to improve the results in your life, you have to master your inner game, and that starts by mastering your mind and knowing who you are, and more importantly, what you want. And this helps us because so many of us are trying to run around, we're trying to improve the results, but instead of changing who we are, we're changing what we do, and that's why, you can often feel very defeated. So I don't know whether you can relate to that. If you can, give me a thumbs up, show me some love. I'd love to see all the comments coming up as we move through. So, and I'm also going to teach you, who you are is ultimately based on what you think about most of the time. So what bullshit, lies, excuses, narratives, stories have you been telling yourself, okay? And for how long have you been telling yourself these? And then, we're going to work together to align our inner world and our outer world and our outer reality, our outer experiences, so we can together create a happier, healthier life. Does that sound good for you? Is that something that's going to help you move forward in your life? Well, okay, so if you think, yes, that's for me, and you might want to catch this full recording, I don't know, just simply head over to igowithholly.com and you can find more information about how you can, take your life to the next level. We'd love for you to, for me to join you on that journey, and for you to join me too, because this is just a wonderful opportunity to grow, to learn, and to discover something new about yourself. So many of us are not happy with the results that we have in our lives. Let's face it, it doesn't matter how good life is, we can always improve one or more areas. And maybe we're not happy in ourselves. Maybe, you know, you feel like you're just not content with the relationships that you have in your life. Maybe you feel like you have financial difficulties. Maybe those are, you know, really holding you back and preventing you from really making good and better choices in your life. Or maybe, you know, you feel like, you know, you're looking for a new career. You're looking for something new to come along. You maybe have an idea for what you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have, but you just feel like your life circumstances are stopping you from getting there. Well, you know, we've all been there. We've all had an area of our life that we wanted to improve, and then we decide, right, okay, I'm going to change this now. I'm going to improve my health. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start going on runs. I'm going to start, you know, bettering myself from the inside out. So we're all there. We all decide to make change. And that might be out of inspiration. Maybe you watch a video like this, or you read a book, or your friend tells you what she's been getting up to, and that inspires change. That's a spark of change in your life. Or maybe, just maybe, you have been in pain for the longest time and you've hit rock bottom, and now is the only time for you to make changes, because, you know, when you're down, when you're really down, there's only one way that you can go, and that's up. Okay, so you either change in a state of inspiration and joy, or you change in a state of pain and suffering. And I've done both. Okay, I changed in a state of pain when I had pneumonia and I almost died in hospital. I changed in a state of inspiration when I just stumbled across my amazing mentor, John Canary, who then just took my whole life and my mindset to the next level. So, you know, we all decide to make these changes, whether out of inspiration or joy. But what happens is, the moment that we make the decision to change, we instantly, guys, and I don't know whether you can relate to this, the moment you make the decision to change, you will instantly face the challenges, and they will come at you so fast and so hard and from all directions, you don't even know what has hit you. Like, seriously, the challenges come thick, and this is because you made the decision to change. Okay, so when these challenges come your way, you know, what most people do is like, oh, you know, this is all too much. I'm feeling really overwhelmed now. I don't really like this painful experience, because, you know, to get from where you are, from the comfort zone to the new place, to the change, it can be quite painful. And the challenges that come away, you know, they reveal a lot. And some people can't handle that. So what most people do is, at the point where they're able to make a choice, they make a choice to go back to the comfort zone. They make a choice to go back to square one, to go back to those unhealthy habits that they've been trying to break free from, to go back to the mundane job, the mundane relationship, you know, all of that, guys. I'm sure you can relate. So, you know, most people, when they face the challenges, they make the choice to just go back to their life. But one thing that we need to do is to make the conscious choice to be committed. And that takes us into the next C. This is the C zone. So first we want change, then we face the challenges, then we make a choice to push through, hopefully. And when you're willing to push through, then you are able to show a commitment, because those challenges are still going to come at you, and you're going to keep having to make the choice of staying in the game, of staying on it over and over again. Okay, so you have to show a commitment, and you have to be committed until you reach your goal, committed, you know, until whatever it is that you want shows up in your life, even though you might go years and years without seeing any results. That commitment has to be there. And only when you can move through those C's, change, challenge, choice, and commitment, will you then get the final C, which is change in your life. Okay, so we have to be able to and be willing to move through the C zone. Because your success right now, your success, that result that you have in your mind that you want, that better body, that great relationship, it's already there. Your success is a state of mind. And we just really got to get in tune with that, because it is the choices that you make that determine the direction that your life goes in. Does that make sense? I'm going to say it again. It is the choices that you make that determine the direction of your life. So question is, Are the choices that you're making day to day, are they based on your beliefs? The beliefs that were given to you as a child? Or are your choices based on your values? What means most to you? What's most important in your life? Are they based on your beliefs or are they based on your values? That's a very, very important question to ask yourself, because it's not what happens to you guys. You know, it's not what happens in your life. It's how you respond to what happens that ultimately makes a difference. Okay, it's your ability to be able to either react to the situation. You know, someone is coming screaming in your face. You can react and fight back and just give them a wallop. By the way, I'm left-handed, so it would be that one. Or you can respond to life and be able to just, you know, maybe find a solution or, you know, walk away with love. So it's really important that you recognize what is governing your choices. Is it the belief that, hold on, nobody to speak to me like this? Or your values, what's most important to me? Okay, so I want to keep my job, I don't want to go to jail, and this is what I value most, and then you can walk away. So it's really about understanding that these choices that we make every single day are coming from our mind. So to change the results in our life, to improve the results in our life, we have to start to understand the mind. Is this making sense to you guys? I can see you all messaging, you're sending me love, you know, I'm loving it. Thank you so much. And I will get back to your messages in a bit. So who you are today is based on the images, the ideas, and the beliefs that your parents, your guardians, those people that looked after you when you were younger instilled. Okay, that is pretty much who you are today. That is based on all of what you were given as a child. That's why you speak the language that you speak. That's why you wear the clothes that you wear, and that's why you say the things that you say and do the things that you do. And it's all in, you know, a mirror reflection of what we've been taught. So now we know that any thought that is continuously impressed will become a fixed part of our personality, okay? And that it is our personality that creates our personal reality, as Joe Dispenza would say. And this personality is really your self-image. And your self-image is, you know, the idea that you have of yourself, the idea that you have of your abilities, what you can and can't do, your idea of what you look like, your appearance, and the skills that you can bring into the world. And it is this self-image, this personality that creates your reality, that creates your life. So the problem is that, you know, our parents and society's beliefs often become our own, and you know, then we tap then into that collective consciousness, that collective, you know, thought process. So say for example, you know, you come from a very deprived area, and you know, very little people work, very little few people go to university, go on to further education, and you know, so it's easy for you to just end up going into a very mundane job because you are, you know, making the choices based on your belief of, you know, what you've seen in your life, okay? And that becomes, you know, your truth. So, you know, and for example, maybe you come from, I'll give you another example. Maybe you come from a family of hard workers. You know, everybody in your family works their fingers to the bone. And so you've been brought up with the idea that in order for you to, you know, have a successful, happy life, you've literally got to work yourself to death. And, you know, then maybe you make a lot of money, but you're quite frugal with your money, and then you have little enjoyment in your life. Okay, so there's plenty of beliefs that we have, and we could, you know, I'm sure you can think of, you know, some of the own beliefs that you've taken on, which actually stand in the way of your ability to be happier and to live life, you know, with less stress and more joy. And so, you know, these beliefs ultimately they govern our lives. It's not us, not your circumstances. It's not our circumstances that govern our life. You know, right now I'm going through a whole lot of challenges, you know, with the I Go Yoga Studio. There's so much things that are happening on my side, but I know that it is not my circumstances that govern my life, but it is my beliefs and it is my attitude of mind. So, you know, when you recognize this, you'll understand that it really does affect, you know, your perception of how you see things. It affects your logic, your ability to make decisions. It affects how productive you can be, you know, how fast you can move. It affects how you manage your time, and it dictates whether you're focusing on potential in your life or whether you're focusing on lack. Okay, what's governing your choices? So in order to get better results in our life, we have to change who we are. And hopefully now you understand why we need to change who we are, because we are really, you know, a collection of everybody else's beliefs, everybody else's ideas. And so now we need to kind of peel back all of the layers and find our own truth. And this is why, you know, I love yoga and why I love meditation, because it enables for you to really make a positive change in your life. To begin with, you have to really become aware of what you're thinking about most of the time. Okay, and how can we become aware when we're so busy, caught up in the doing? And that's why we take time to just stop, to slow down, to shake the day off, to let go of all that has passed, and just to come and allow yourself to come into the present moment. And it doesn't mean to say all your thoughts will stop, because that's just a misconception. Yeah, your thoughts will continuously stream into the forefront of your mind, but now, rather than becoming those thoughts, becoming those beliefs, those ideas, those images, we can just simply observe them. Yeah, objectively, like not getting your own feelings involved in your mind's activity. And when you can do that, when you can become aware of what you're thinking about most of the time, then you then have the ability to change it. Okay, and just as that one negative belief, maybe that you're not good enough, maybe that maybe your parents told you that you were thick and that you would never amount to anything, you know, all of those beliefs that come in. Maybe you've been burnt in a past relationship and now you don't trust men. That's another limiting belief that we have. All of those limiting beliefs will come in, and you will be able to determine what is truth and what is not. And then you can create that space for you then to start to fill that space with who you want to be, what you want to have, where you want to go, you know, how you want to live your life, you know. And then you can start repeating to yourself what it is that you want to attain in your life. Just as, you know, your parents kept repeating that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you'll never go on to further education, you got to work hard for a living, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. All of these negative beliefs that our parents gave to us, they gave it to us through repetition over and over again. And that's why it then settles with the weight of fact. So now we have to do the same thing. Now we've got this clear space to work with, because we've got rid of these old beliefs, we've disconnected emotionally from these beliefs. Then we can start to fill that space with what we actually want to, who we want to be, you know. And so now we can start to fill ourselves with more positive affirmations. You know, I am worthy, I am conscious, I am deserving of love and abundance, I am wealthy, I am prosperous, you know, I attract positive people who increase the quality of my life, I listen to my body, I give it what it needs, I am healthy, I am, you know. And you could just keep going on and on and on and on and create your own personal mantra. And it is through this experience that, and over time, that we're able to completely rewire the brain, rewire how we think, shift our level of awareness to a whole new realm where we can literally, you know, take the lid off our potential and be who we were always supposed to be in the world, without getting caught up on, you know, what your parents think, what your teachers think, what your friends think. Let that all go right now and move into your own truth, because you know what? You deserve to create love and light and happiness and have abundance in your life. It is available to us all, if only if only we start by changing on the inside and working that out into our very, environment that we're sitting in right now, into our life, into our work, into our relationships, into our career. So I hope that's helped you guys. I hope that has inspired you. Now, I have something very amazing that I want to share with you, especially if you stay to the end, because I have decided to deliver the 4-week Mindset Mastery program live, which helps you to master your inner game, number 1. Number 2, to spring clean the BS out of your life for good. Number 3, connect with your vision, connect with your purpose, connect with some serious goals that maybe scare the hell out of you. And number 4, take all out massive action. So that's what this 4-week program is about. I'm going to give it absolutely free. Or if you want more information on it, all you need to do is head over to 4weekmindsetshift.com. That's 4weekmindsetshift.com. Go to that. It's going to tell you exactly what you're going to get, and it is free, guys. It is free. This is going to be a live program that I'm going to be delivering, coming very, very soon. I'm just so excited to, revisit some of these old principles that just stand the test of time, guys. So if you'd like to be a part of that, if you would like to spring clean the BS out of your life for good, then head over to the 4weekmindsetshift.com and you will get so much more information about that, and you can just click on the link. It should be in and around this video as well. So other than that, I hope that this has given you value, some insight, and I hope that you have an amazing day ahead of you. We're going to go into our first breathing technique for today's practice. Then we're going to be chanting Om today, guys, and we're going to then be moving into a guided meditation, which is going to help us to cleanse the mind of all of the negative BS that's been holding us back. So if you're watching this on Facebook, I'm so grateful that you've watched to the end, and hopefully I will see you on the 4-week Mindset Mastery program. Who knows? Take care, guys. Bye.